record on this computer. We are recording. This is Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.5, my friends. 0.5. Are you ready to see something awesome? It'll be awesome in a second. Here it comes. Here comes ready to be awesome.
Oh, you got to switch your screen, Mom.
Yeah.
I did. What do you mean switch?
All I see is convert meeting recording. So you have to stop share and then go back and click the right one right away.
I do?
Yep.
Oh, darn. Okay. Well, okay.
If you change your screen, we only see the original screen.
Got it. Here we go. Here it comes. There it is. Here it goes. You guys ready? It's going to be exciting. Okay, here we go. It's going to be exciting.
Wow.
You guys, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. View, gallery view, full screen. Here we go. Here we go. We're coming at you. It's going to be so beautiful. Ooh, it's going to be so beautiful, you guys. It is going to be so beautiful. This is the box. You open it. It opens. Yeah, it opens. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's got a whole little booklet. Oh my goodness. Would you look at the packaging? Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes. You want it. Oh, everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. Okay. Your directors and I have been using this since September. And have you guys been looking at our retinol journey videos? Have you been looking at that? Can you see the difference in our skin? Seriously, you guys. Someone told me today I was 45 and she was only guessing. Look at Andrea. She guessed 45. She's like 45 tops. And she knew I had a 26-year-old daughter. So she said, I would have said younger, but you said you had a 26-year-old. So I was trying to go with that. I'm like, I'm almost 54. Thanks. Okay. This is exciting. This is exciting product. We're going to get right into it. Who is going to start? Are we going to have, yes, I'm going last, right? Andrea and Cece?
I'll go first.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Cece.
Okay. Someone's talking about my 600-pound life. Maybe they can mute. Okay. Okay. So I am just going to share you guys some brief personal experience of mine, as well as what I know about retinol and what it has done for my personal skin journey. So what I can tell you about my skin is that I am acne prone, oily. My oil production has gone quite down since they relaunched TimeWise 3D 3 years ago. So that has for sure been helping. So I knew that this would do something, right? So what I personally noticed, if you two go back and watch my video Encourage Nation as well, I personally noticed a lot of reduced redness on my cheeks, and overall skin tone evenness. I swore I looked younger. I said, is it possible that I could actually look younger? I felt there was more youthfulness and maybe just like a plumping, if you will, in this zone. I have, pretty deep set smile lines. I felt that they were lifted and just like firmed. And what I noticed specifically after at least the third use, which is technically the third week because of the retinization process, is that with the acne that I tend to experience, it's lots of it can just kind of sit under the skin. And I would notice that evening, even and especially the next morning, that it would be very much dissipated, and that the retinol really attacked that and totally lessened it significantly. So that's what the big things that I noticed personally. I do use the acne line, so I was very careful and cautious with the way that I applied my products. I did stop use of the Skin Invigorate brush, which it does recommend doing that. I didn't do any additional exfoliants, but I did tend to continue experimenting with the Clearproof product. Again, it is not something that's recommended. It says so in the book, but you know your skin best. So just be careful, take it a day at a time. I did notice a little bit of dryness and flaking around my eye, like eyebrow and around this area. I don't ever really get dry, sometimes like around my nose in the winter. So that was a little unusual. But beyond that, the general sensitivity was just a little bit of gentle, kind of tingling, stinging when I tried to re-in the brush. So I just paused it for now. And now I only use it occasionally because I feel like in general my skincare has gotten better. So that's my personal experience with it. I know as a young person there's a lot of retinol in the market. I also know it's very sought after. It is very potent. And I can tell you that for sure I'm the most confident in the way that we are approaching the retinization process by being very upfront and very informational and very transparent about that, because as my mom will tell you, it doesn't look like a lot of companies are as transparent. So that's my experience. Andrea, I'll take it over to you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Cece.
1 second. Okay. Does anyone have any questions first for Cece? We thought we would grab you with the youngest girl, and then we're going to give you some facts and figures and tell you exactly what retinol is and what it does and why people want to use it in the first place. Do you have that information in front of you? Otherwise, I do have that, Andrea. What would you like to do next?
I thought I'd roll with some just terms that people would, that you ladies would really benefit from getting used to saying and the meanings of them. And then I have my frequently asked questions, which is like 8 pages. But I did highlight a lot of things, but I know we don't have time to go through all of it. So what I'll just quick start out by sharing is that like my personal journey with it, like I do not have sensitivities to it, I would say. Definitely like read the order of application because I think I got things messed up. But even messing it up, I think it still worked really well. And I did not have the irritancy or flakiness. I only noticed great results. Like personally, I stopped using the
Brush.
I stopped using the brush, everything that we're not supposed to use, which I can actually cover if you guys are curious. Like I stopped using it all, but I still had great results. Like, what am I trying to say? The deep wrinkle filler, okay? Because I feel like I don't need the deep wrinkle filler anymore.
Oh, okay.
So like this area, much smoother. Like there was some really teeny tiny fine lines going across here. I'm like, where'd they go? This area, I feel like it did get fuller, like, and I'm not using the deep wrinkle filler right here anymore. And then like my sun damage. So because our foundations are so great, people don't really notice that I have spots. Like if you look up close, like I have like this one here, this is something different. And like over here, I've got a couple things, but like the ones that are up here are pretty much non-existent. These got much lighter, and there was a little area right here that was faint, but when I didn't have foundation on, I could see there was like this kind of patch of sun damage, discoloration, like hyperpigmentation, and that is virtually gone.
Yes.
So I'm about to hit 45, just so you know. And
Crazy.
It's
crazy. You just,
yeah. So the radiance factor, major, like I'm impressed. So, and like I didn't have the sensitivities. So, okay. So get my little glasses on here. So the word dermocosmetic, what does this mean? Dermocosmetic is the term used to describe products at the intersection of cosmetic beauty and skin health. Okay, dermocosmetic products are similar to formulas that you'd find in a dermatologist's office or a med spa. Okay, dermocosmetic, that's the first term. Second one is retinol. We've been using this word a lot, but retinol is a derivative of vitamin A. And our bodies naturally produce vitamin A from the foods we eat, and it's considered critical for healthy cell development. I don't know if I'm kind of back and forth with these things. So many dermatologists consider topical retinol to be the gold standard ingredient for both preventing and reversing the visible signs of aging. And it's one of the most effective retinoids you can use without a doctor's prescription. Okay. How does it work? Essentially, it supports natural collagen and elastin production, which improves the appearance of collagen depleted skin. And collagen is a protein. So this is probably another term you want to learn, collagen. If again, we probably know this very well, but it's known as your skin's building block. Okay, collagen building block that can diminish. Collagen can diminish with age as well as with sun exposure. So replenishing this protein is critical to achieving younger looking skin. And retinol also stimulates surface skin renewal. So skin is going to appear more like it did when you were younger, like when I was 35. So one of the most common questions I think that we're going to receive from our clients, especially those that are using time-wise repair, is how is this different? And if the time-wise repair that I'm already using already contains retinol, why do I need Clinical Solutions? So the difference is the type of retinol ingredient. So we know that the time-wise repair contains an encapsulated retinol in the nighttime cream. So because it's encapsulated, it's protected against degradation from air and light, which can help to preserve the stability and efficacy. In addition, encapsulation provides a delayed release to help minimize potential irritation. So the pure retinol in retinol 0.5 is not encapsulated. Okay, so that's the big difference. Therefore, well, and the potency, and it's not encapsulated. Therefore, to ensure that it maintains efficacy throughout its shelf life, the serum is manufactured in an oxygen-deprived environment and is packaged in an airtight tube.
Yes.
I love all the words.
Mm-hmm.
So the question is, how is the retinol different? Okay, continuing with that, the retinol is in the time-wise repair is lower. It's at a lower but still efficacious level compared to the retinol 0.5. So Mary Kay Clinical Solutions retinol 0.5 contains pure retinol at a high potency 0.5% level. Lisa, I know you're going to share probably more about this possibly, but I don't know what the other levels are on the market, but these frequently asked questions referred to a 0.1% of retinol. So I think the main thing is that people go through the retinization process. So like if somebody's already been using something with pure retinol, they may not need to go through the whole 8-week process of retinization. But like make sure that what they had perhaps been already using contains pure potent retinol. So if they've already used that, they may not need to go through quite the process to retinize your skin. But Lisa, how much time do I have?
I think I'm gonna pause you if I may.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just gonna
excellent.
quick discuss the two different products, like what they do, but if you want to cover that, you can do that too.
Yep, I was gonna, yep. Thank
Okay.
you. thank you. First of all, her skin, right? Like seriously, her skin. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you're getting some great information right now on what a 26-year-old skin looks like. And I had Cece start immediately with that because I wanted her to talk about acne. And while retinol is not necessarily designed to remove or make acne disappear, that has been Cece's own experience. And that is something that you would certainly be able to tell somebody. There are 2 products in the retinol set. And first of all, amplify your age fighting. Okay, check out, you guys, this is going to be the new spring catalog that your customers are going to receive. Aren't you glad you put everyone on the preferred customer program? It is absolutely gorgeous. And just you guys, Mary Kay is so awesome. Talks about elevating your expectations, okay? Positive expectations yield positive results that are so next level, they can often be seen and felt by everyone around. That's our catalog, you guys. Positive expectations yield positive results that are so next level, they can often be seen and felt by everyone around. When you elevate your frame of mind and awaken your determination, you can expect nothing but the best. So amp up that beautiful outlook and prepare to live your life to the fullest. Whose catalog says that? No one else's, nobody's. Okay, it's important to know that retinization is an eight-week process that Andrea had mentioned that is designed by Mary Kay to acclimate the skin to the power of pure retinol, because you do have to acclimate the skin. Okay, so I don't use anything other than Mary Kay, so I have not been using any other retinol products, me personally. Most people in Mary Kay haven't, but you might have a customer that is using retinol from another company, or they were a client of yours using retinol and now they're selling Mary Kay. So they might have had some experience with retinol. What's important, so many important things for you to know, but what I want you to know is, first of all, you can go to InTouch and see a lot of this information yourself, okay? You need to watch the videos. You've got to look at the literature, and you need to understand exactly how powerful these products are and how this is going to change your skin, and it's going to change your business. It's going to change your skin because, first of all, you're preventing damage and you're reversing damage, okay? That means anyone can use this. They're recommending 20 years old and above. Man, I'm telling you, Cece's 26. Cece, when you're 50, you're going to look like you're still 26. You don't, first of all, you don't even look 26. Okay, but Cece's going to look 26 when she's 50, okay? The young people, yes, you can use it. 20s and beyond can use it. So I'm excited to show you what it looks like when you're 53 and you already take care of your skin and already use Time-Wise Repair Line and our glycolic acid facial peel and our biocellulose mask and occasionally charcoal mask and because I use all the things, okay, deep wrinkle filler, all of it. And I'm also incredibly sensitive. So the retinization process, which is about an 8-week process for these 2 products, is very important for people to follow because they're going to get excited. They're going to want to use it more often, and that doesn't make it work better, okay? Now, you guys, we have been keeping this a secret since September. There are other directors and other people in Mary Kay that have kept the secret even longer. We've known about it since September and have kept our mouths shut this long, okay? One of the reasons I did that video recently with no makeup on when I had just come back from the chiropractor, I did that on purpose because I knew I was going to be talking to you about it now. And I want you to go back and look at my live from 2 weeks ago and notice my natural skin, okay? I love, first of all, I love being able to look good in your natural skin. I think it's really imperative for people to be confident in their natural face, okay? I think there's going to be far less injections, Botox, needles, and the like, and surgery when people feel good in their natural skin. So I want people to feel better in their natural skin. So when you do the retinization process, you're first of all starting with the 0.5 retinol, and you are following it up with the Calm and Restore facial milk. No one else has things like this. No one. Okay. So one of the things that I like to do as your super senior is I let Andrea use all the fancy words because she's so good at it. I let Cece be cute while she's talking about it because she's so good at it and you want to listen to both of them. And then I come at you with the, hey, this is the research that I did. And there's a lot of retinol on the market, but there is not a company like ours that is actually promoting the process to do so. And if you dig around online and you look for other companies and what they're doing, by the way, just let me save you some time. I did some of that for you already. You'll find companies that are hyping up a product. And so you read it and you read the directions and you read what's in it. And you're like, that's not retinol 0.5. That's not the most potent thing on the market. That's just retinol in the product. Some companies don't even have the retinol encapsulated like we do in our night cream and our lifting serum and the deep wrinkle filler. It's all encapsulated for a slow release. Okay. Now, or is it in the, I'm not sure, you guys, I'm not sure it's in the lifting serum. I might have misspoke on that. At any rate, what you'll find upon reading these other companies is then they'll actually say, oh, you do have to get used to it. So you're like, oh, your night cream, I have to get used to using night cream. I don't want to get used to using night cream. I also looked up one that said you have to wait 30 minutes after you apply their product before you can do anything else. What? Stop.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you are going through the retinization process, you're going to clean your face. You're going to allow your face to dry and give it a few minutes so that your natural oils can come back into your face. So you don't want to use these products damp. Typically, you know, when you're putting on your moisturizer and whatever, you're using them damp. You actually don't do that with this. You wait for your skin to dry so that the natural oils in your face can come back. You literally use one pump of the Clinical Solutions. Oh, I haven't opened this one yet, so I'm not going to show you one pump because I'm going to save this one. I'm going to save it. Okay, you're literally going to squirt one pump. Sorry about that, you guys. And that is all. One pump. I don't care how big or little your face is. One pump. More does not make it work faster or better. Okay, one pump, apply upward and outward. And then in the middle of, actually, when you're starting the retinization process, they encourage you to use it with the Calm and Restore facial milk. You do that for a couple of weeks, then you apply it alone, Calm and Restore facial milk afterwards. If you guys go back and look at our retinol journeys, you will see that we are saying exactly this. And I did experience sensitivity, but I am already a very sensitive person. So I love that because I'm the one you want to talk to, because if you're someone who can wear anything, great. If you're someone that can't, Maggie Fortman and I have already been having conversations about it because she's super sensitive too, and I can wear it. This is great news, okay? Now, when you're able to wear it all the time at 8 weeks, you can use it 3 to 5 times a week. I have discovered I'm probably not going to do it 3 to 5 times a week. I'm going to be more on 1, 2, or 3 times a week. Okay. That's about the level that my skin will be able to tolerate it. And I think that's the level that that's what I'm going to stick with. The hardest thing for me was giving up all of my extra exfoliating products because it is recommended that you do not use any physical or chemical exfoliants during this journey, which is also why it's incredibly important, my friends, that the clients you are selling this product to are on Mary Kay skincare only. I'm finding out from a lot of people that people are having struggles with some skincare lines or some products, and then we find out that, oh, they're on an acne line from their dermatologist. Oh, they're still using a Vino facial scrub from 1984. We can only guarantee the results when they are using Mary Kay skincare. That's how we can guarantee the results. If someone is going to invest, and by the way, it's only 128, it's 120 for the 2 products together. It's 100, It's a value of 128. I think it's 70 and 58, something like that. If someone is going to invest in retinol, which by the way, everyone wants to invest in retinol. If someone's going to invest in that, you want to make sure that they're using all of the right products underneath their skin. And you guys, what you don't want to happen is someone says, your retinol didn't work for me. And then you find out they're still using acne products. That's a no-no. They're still using their Sonic brush because they don't have our Skinvigorate brush. You find out that they're using these other products, and it's recommended that they don't during the retinization process. Okay, so this is where it's going to be great to stay closely connected to your clients in the booklet. Now, where is that little booklet, you guys? I lost that little booklet. There is a booklet that comes in the box that is going to help them right there. It's going to help them with their journey so that they can mark the dates. They can see if they had sensitivity. I did experience the dryness, the flakiness, and a little bit of itchiness on a couple of days, but none of it lasted. None of it was particularly painful. I actually don't mind that I experienced those things because it said that I might. So I was like, oh, that's just part of the process. Mm-hmm. So when you're educated on your products and you're educating yourself, you're educating your clients, no one is surprised if they experience a little dryness right here, okay? And that's exactly what your Calm and Restore facial milk is doing, is immediately soothing that area. What I also love about the Calm and Restore facial milk, you guys, is you can use it anytime you want. So you can use it for retinol sensitivity, but you can also use it to calm down the area anytime. So on days maybe you've taken your dog for a walk and it's been negative 100 outside and your face is suddenly like really irritated, Calm and Restore facial milk is absolutely fabulous for that. Anywhere that there's irritation. You know, Dory Anderson is the queen of the, off-label uses. Mom, I can't wait to see what you come up with for off-label uses. Yeah, for the Clinical Solutions Calm and Restore. So you have your retinol, you have your Calm and Restore facial milk. Before I go along any further, does anyone have specific questions?
Are you putting moisturizer on then after?
Yes. You continue with your normal skincare routine after your supplements, your moisturizer. Yes. And you do use these products in the evening.
They also recommend applying your eye cream directly after you do your cleanser so that you avoid your eye area with the retinol. They don't recommend doing this. You just kind of keep it, right? So you're very intentional with the application. The milk can be a little bit more all over, but the retinol should avoid the eye area. Dawn?
Yeah.
When can you go back to using the Skinvigorate brush and the acne products?
At the 8 weeks. So the retinization process is an 8-week process.
And that's if they're building up properly.
Correct.
Okay.
If you have no experience, and let me also be clear, I'm going to add if they have no experience with retinol 0.5, because retinol 0.1, there's a lot of retinol 0.1 out there. And if someone has experience with that, maybe they don't need to take the full weeks for the retinization process, the full 8 weeks. I think for, like for our integrity, I want them to take the full 8 weeks because I want them to have the best experience possible and the least amount of discomfort. Okay, and maybe they don't have any discomfort at all, but I would like to ensure that they have the best experience possible while they are doing the retinization process with their skin. And then once it's been through, you guys, the 8 weeks, you can do it as much or as little as you want after that. It is a product that you do continue to use. Let's remember, our skin is an organ that's living and dying and breathing and growing and rejuvenating, right? Just like our whole body. So when you go to the chiropractor, you don't just go once and you never go back. You're a living, breathing moving organism. You're growing, you're shedding, you're constantly shedding the skin cells, creating new skin cells. Okay. So, so you do continue to use the products. So I want people's experience to be the best it possibly can be. Not getting too sidetracked yet about how I'm going to do this, but you guys, what I would really like to do, I just thought of this, is like do Zoom parties where like on a Monday night, you get everybody who bought it and we all talk about it on the same night and everybody's got it in front of them. We're showing them how to use it. Okay. Maybe we'll even do like our own quick tutorial that we can share with our own clients. I'm going to personally share my 4-minute video with people. I did discover though that 4 minutes is too long. I can't share a 4-minute video with someone without cutting it in half.
Just put it on your, if you put it on your YouTube and mark it as unlisted, you can share your link. So if they have your link, they can watch it.
Great. Okay. Great. 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 We'll do that. We'll do that. I'll make sure all of ours get on the Lisa Cadillac Mac YouTube channel, and then you guys can click on all of them. There's also a lot from the company, which is great. You can see people's journeys. And what you're going to start to see now is people are going to start talking about it. You might have even seen some sales directors have talked about it already. We were asked to wait until it was available for us to buy, because sales directors can buy it on January 26th, because you might know as a sales director, we get to purchase things 2 weeks earlier. The fact that we've been able to use it this long, show you our journey, tell you our journey, makes me very happy that we have this experience. I was also telling Maggie Fortman that I think you can give them your experience that you're going to experience in your first 8 weeks. You'll be able to tell them that pretty quickly, right? Because you're going to be however far, like let's say, whenever you order it. Let's say you order it on February 10th and you get it on the 13th and you start using it on the 14th and you give it to somebody, you're already a handful of days at the very least ahead of someone else, right? At the very least, you're a handful of days ahead of the person that you're selling it to. I would actually love people to have like 4 weeks in before they sell it too much. And I don't know if that's shooting myself in the foot, you guys. I just want to make sure that you're able to use people's real experiences. I love the videos on Mary Kay. I want you guys to watch those for now, but I want you to be able to have real people's that you know, this is my director's experience. This is my friend Lisa. I know her. This is her experience. Because I think the closer you are to the sale of the product, the closer you are to the person, it's more believable. Does that make sense? Okay, Dawn.
Can I assume that because it takes 8 weeks for that retinization process, that right now we're not going to have samples of it? Can I assume that?
I think there is a
I don't know.
travel size coming, Andrea.
I can't speak to that necessarily.
But you know everything. You're directors.
I know.
I know. No, I think that I think there's going to be a mini. I think there's a mini, but actually a sample would not do any good.
Right. That's what I was
You need
thinking.
You need 8 weeks to get to the product. And by the way, so you guys, we've been using this since September and my bottles are like full.
Haven't made a dent.
Yeah. So October, November, December, January, 4 months. We're 4 months in. And like, I have it all. I swear, it's like not going anywhere. Andrea.
I did read that the company is recommending that this is not something that we stock on a lot of on our shelf. I read that they're actually recommending using the CDS or, you know, or maybe having a handful on our shelf, but to not stockpile it.
Because of the efficacy of the retinol.
Yep.
Yep, that makes
I think I also read that they're recommending that you use up something that you've opened within about 6 months. So,
okay.
which I thought, you know, we'll never use it up in 6 months.
I'm also interested in putting it on the back of my hands, which I have not yet, and I wish I would have.
I'm gonna start bringing it down here.
Yes, I did do that. I definitely did that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's going to be imperative. Other questions so far? Beth, and then Katie.
Forgot to unmute me. I think we kind of answered that, but you said you brought it down, so you can put it on your neck and
I
use it
am.
that way.
I am.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it did. You're welcome. And because you had asked me that earlier, Beth, I made sure that I looked that up. It says that if you're going to use your throat and your décolleté to test it first, you know, so you don't get some big old splotches or whatever.
Yeah.
But I did not have any sensitivity in the throat or the décolleté area. Okay, Katie.
So what would you say like changed with your skin? Because I don't think you said that exactly.
Okay, so first of all, the smoothness is unbelievable. How your face just feels, how it feels, the texture, yeah, the smoothness, how it feels with no makeup on, how it feels with makeup on. I was texting these girls selfies from my car and they're like, oh my gosh, Lisa. And I'm like, I know. So when you're like in a selfie in your car and you know, you got the light, right? Because you want like it, because it's the selfies in the car are the best. And you notice yourself, how good your skin looks. And by the way, I have been wearing more CC cream and less foundation through a lot of this. Yeah. And wearing far less makeup. I think I've been wearing less makeup and I think my foundation goes on better because your skin is smoother. So that's the first thing that I noticed was the smoothness of the skin. So I'm a little bit more mature than our other two gals. And I'm also more sun damaged than our other two gals. I taught my daughter the right thing. I just didn't do the right thing. My mother tried to teach me the right thing. I love the sun. My Carson calls me Mrs. Outside the other day when we were in San Antonio. Mrs. Outside, where are you? So I tell people I'm an example of someone who wears sunscreen at 53. I wear my SPF 30 every day in my Time Wise Repair line. So I wear sunscreen every day and still enjoy the sun. So I let people know that that's your example of what I am. Someone who still likes the sun, who wears sunscreen every day. I mean, I don't bake my face in it, we were in San Antonio, it was 60 and I was cold, let me just lay there, right? But so I'm not baking in it, but I am someone who still gets sun, but takes care of her face, but has always gotten sun. So I like me as an example because I'm like on the scale of, oh, she's got a lot of damage and she looks that good. Mm-hmm. How about someone with just average concerns then? Mm-hmm. Dawn, or Andrea, then Dawn.
With your example, Lisa, I already have a client who has been waiting for this to come out because I did tell her a little bit. Because she's about your age and she's, with your sun damage, I personally see how the discolorations for your skin, like I can see that for sure.
Thank you. And also in fairness, remember we were talking about fairness. When I was talking to Maggie, I said, we started this in September and I still had a light tan. And then, 8 weeks later, there's no tan. So I'm also trying to be fair to the product and to the person that I don't want to make it look like all these discolorations went away. Well, the sunspots,
it's winter.
It's winter. So you're going to look different anyway. I noticed it didn't change that much, but there was a couple that I looked at on purpose that I was like, oh yeah, I can tell that made a difference. So we're seeing on Facebook in some of our groups, some of our director groups, we are seeing some dramatic skin discoloration changes, dramatic. So you know, of course, you always have to say those aren't average results, you know, but I think here with your 26-year-old friend, your 45-year-old friend, and your 53-year-old friend, I think you have three, and at various differences in our lives with how we've lived our lives, I think you have three great examples of how the product works.
Yep.
Dawn.
So I know I read through and watched a lot of videos as soon as I possibly could. I don't remember, did it suggest if we should not expose, like if we do the retinol, should we not expose ourselves to the sun? Like maybe do it later at night? I don't remember if they said that.
Great question. So the retinol is a nighttime routine product. And then it did say that retinol can make your skin more sensitive in the sun, but that's not new news. That's not new information. People already know that. So to just be mindful when you're going outside, you know, we should be using our SPF 30 in our products anyway, all the time anyway. So that's just going to be a reminder to people that they're going to want to make sure that they are using their moisturizer.
A person you could say should perhaps limit their sun exposure during the 8-week retinization process.
Yeah, like somebody probably doesn't want to be going, well, not that I know we're not supposed to go to tanning beds anyway, but if someone's tanning, you know, before they're going to go on vacation, well, people are going to be going less on vacation right now anyway. You wouldn't want to go to a tanning bed and try the retinol process at the same time. That would not be a smart choice, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to add to that too. In the FAQs, it says, okay, so during the retinization process, yes, definitely with the sun protection, but even after it's completed, they do recommend that you continue to use SPF 30 or higher.
Which they should anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
And that's what we have in the products anyway.
Yep.
Sandy, did you have your hand up?
Okay, so like I'm gonna say about 10 years ago, you know, because I have my hyperpigmentation on my face and I have melasma, you know, because when you go through menopause, apparently it can go into your eyes too. So I have it in my eyes.
Oh.
But yeah, so but besides that, so so when you have stuff like that, retinol is one of the things that they give you. And 10 years ago, it was, you know, I had smaller kids, not adult women anymore. And it was $84 a tube for the stuff. And I never used it because I didn't want to spend $84 for a tube to try to take it off. So I just covered it up.
Yes.
So I can't wait to try it to see what it does to all my stuff.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, 120 for 2.
Yeah. You guys, I'm just really digging that this is a product for anyone over 20. And maybe you've got an 18-year-old that wants to start using it. I don't know. All I know is that after 18, you start going backwards, and that is a fact. You lose collagen every day after you turn 18. You start going backwards. It's a fact. We don't have to like it. We can just look cute where we're at, right? Maggie.
One quick question. I don't know if anyone asked this, but do you know what it does with scar tissue? You know, like if you have like some acne scarring or even like chickenpox scarring, have there been anything on there for results for that?
I don't have information myself on that. Cece?
I can just speak to my personal experience that because I've been wearing Mary Kay for so long, anything that I do pick unnecessarily doesn't last long anyway because of the high quality Mary Kay product. What I can for sure speak to is that anything that was picked at, sorry to be so gross, but like anyway, that created any sort of a scar or a lasting red mark did definitely way decrease when I used the retinol. So I can for sure speak to acne scarring. I can't speak to like a deeper or like a, you know, like a pocked or anything like that. But I would think because it helps with the smoothness and rejuvenating the skin. Once you said that, Mom, I realized that's definitely why it's helping my acne, because it's going in deep to rejuvenate the cells. So I would think that it would be appropriate if they use it in the appropriate way and definitely stopped with the remaining exfoliators. I would think that it would be safe.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
Great. Sherwin.
And you guys have been talking about not using the exfoliators, but what about your lifting serum? Still good to
Lifting
go?
serum you can use. Yes, lifting serum you can use. And when you guys go on In Touch, right where I was showing you that splashy video, pull up all of the, there's the frequently asked questions. There's all of these flyers, okay? You guys, the directors get them mailed to us, okay? But you guys can see them all online. You can print them yourselves. You get all of these things. You can print the tracker, the journal. You're able to do all these things yourself. When you read these, you're gonna find a lot of information. The 24-minute video, the very first thing that you watch, that is very informative. Very, very informative. Yeah, we soaked it all up when we were learning too. So some of these questions, we're gonna learn together, and it tells you what products that it recommends you do not use during the retinization process. So you know what I did, you guys? I took them out of the bathroom so I didn't accidentally grab them.
Brilliant.
No eye patches, no Skin Vigorate brush, no peels, no masks, no exfoliating. Put it all away, no microderm. So just put it away for 8 weeks and just cry to each other. Don't cry publicly, okay? Because that was the hardest thing for me to shut my mouth about, was that I use the Skin Vigorate brush every day, and I use the massage head, and I mean, like, it's a miracle worker. That Skin Vigorate brush is a miracle worker. If you're not using it, you need to use one. So to not be able to massage my face was killing me. And because I use all of those repair products and I use the peel religiously, I was like, God dang. So at first I was like, I hope nobody says anything about my skin, because it's not going to look good. It's going to look dry and flaky and irritated. Well, it turns out it didn't look dry, flaky, and irritated. It felt that way a little bit, and I'm honest about that in the video. So let's also be mindful of our verbiage, right? We're going to be mindful that it's a retinization process. There might be tingling. There's, you know, we want to find words that make everything always sound as positive as possible, right? We want this to be a positive experience. We want to let them know, you know, using words like discomfort. That's the same word your dentist uses. The dentist doesn't say, okay, this is going to hurt. Would you ever go back to the dentist if every time you went there, they said, okay, this is going to hurt. This might be uncomfortable. I can handle uncomfortable, right? Dawn.
So to address what Fortman asked about, I have heard of dermatologists recommending retinoids to help with cystic acne, being the cell turnover, and to help with the redness that's from the acne, helping that turnover faster. The gals I've talked to that have been recommended this didn't like using those retinoids because they were too drying. So I think it's also the dermatologist not explaining the fact that you can't just slap this on your face. You do need to hydrate it also. So that's why I love the fact that we have the calming milk with it.
Yes, yes. And maybe you discover that Maggie's super sensitive. So maybe Maggie, you'll always put the milk with it when you apply it. No big deal. Maybe you'll do it 5 times a week. Maybe you'll do it 1 time a week. You guys, you're going to figure out what is going to work best for you in your needs, in your age bracket, in your, you know, acne concerns, wrinkle concerns, reversing time. I mean, my mom, I'm like you are going backwards in age so much. When you start using this, I'm like, you already barely look like my mother. You already barely look like you're old enough to be my mom. I don't know what is going to happen now. It's great. And my mom is sensitive also, and Cece's not as sensitive. So to have us also in your mix is good, because you want, you want the people that might have the most sensitivity, because we're the one that can then give you the most answers, right? And so if we can tell you how it works for us, then if you know that you have somebody, Ashley Zelly said she can put anything on her face anytime, all the time. Okay, so Ashley Zelly is probably not, Ashley, you probably wouldn't have needed the 8 weeks of process, but follow it anyway, so that you can tell people and you can fill out your journey sheet and make sure that you can tell people exactly how you felt. And you can say, well, I didn't have any discomfort at all, or any flaking or at all, but my director did, and this is what she found. She just used the milk more or whatever. So we're going to keep educating ourselves. We're going to educate ourselves on Mondays. We'll keep educating you on our videos. We'll keep putting them out there. Lastly, are you listening to me? Are you listening very, very closely right now? I'm saying it once and once only. Be sure to check your email on Friday. Okay. That's it.
Yay!
All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being on. Thanks for sticking with us the whole time. So this is going to be on our Courage Nation Facebook also. It'll also be, a link will be recorded so that you can go see it on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to share it, whatever. Go back to it, send your team members to it. Keep educating yourself. Read everything you possibly can until you can get this hot little product in your hand, because the more you can learn now, the more educated you'll be, right? Remember, Mary Kay came up with the retinization process. People are using us because we are knowledgeable. We are experts in the skincare field. And that's why they want to use Mary Kay, because they know we will take great care of them. All right. All right. Love you all.